system has failed your children.
I'm not gonna lie to you, Ronald. I'm not excited about going to court on Monday because I feel not prepared enough. So I'm willing to make somewhat of a deal with them that buys us some time. That buys us some time. Until, because I don't want to go to court looking stupid.
If you're not ready, I'm not.
I said that I feel like too short of a time.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Don't be
You
mad.
have CPS complaints. Like, these have nothing to do with the father. So, and that's where I need you to understand that the other part of it is that she's had services in the home now. See, they didn't tell you that.
They never told me anything.
No, they didn't. They didn't want to tell you that. They thought they were going to, I'm going to tell you something. They did think they were going to bamboozle you, Ronald.
I know. They're thinking the easiest
They
way
thought you were dumb. They think you don't understand.
Calling from Sonia's office.
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine, thanks. How are you?
Not bad.
Okay. We got a message from the principal at the kid's school. Do you know why she would be calling?
At the principal's school, that's very weird. I don't
From
have.
Patricia Kim?
Would you let me know why she called as well? Because that's strange.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, if
All
she,
right.
if you contact her.
Yeah.
That's
I don't. Yeah. Sonia, I just said, what? Do you want me to call her back, or do you want to wait and call her back? She's like, oh, maybe Ronald knows why she called.
Now, I'm going to tell you, I never called the principal back,
Oh,
okay?
well.
And I don't know that I should, or I don't know what to do about that.
Well,
I might call her.
isn't it against the law? Isn't it against the law what she did?
I don't have permission from you to release any information to her, first of all.
I mean, she has no right.
Right, well, what I want to know is, what is she trying to tell me?
No.
Because wait, listen, I want to know, here's my question to her, and you should want to know this too, okay? Why the hell is she calling me? Something, though. In all my years that I've ever had represented people in family law, I have never once ever had a principal call me. And to be quite frank with you, if that's what she's doing, I would like to contact the legal department at the school and let them know. I don't like that, Ronald.
I don't like it either. I was gonna complain.
I don't like that. I don't like that at all. But I think that somehow or another, I think I need to get down to the bottom of why she called, not to talk to her, but to kind of put it in check and make it clear, like, to her, through her school district, like, okay, fine, you're taking her side, fine, that's one thing, but don't go outside of your scope.
Exactly. So we agreed that with the principal, she was out of line.
With the principal? Oh, yeah. Ronald?
Yes.
What I personally think is you need to get your kids out of that school system.
Oh.
Right, don't you think?
Oh, without a doubt.
I mean, don't you agree with me that this is a toxic school environment?
I
Agree that this is a toxic school environment.
I told her 2 years ago that I didn't feel comfortable in her school. And she didn't even try to make me feel comfortable. She's like, oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
I don't think they have any interest.
No, they don't. Like,
Have any interest in... I just think this is a very, very culturally insensitive situation.
Oh,
That's
it is.
what I think, and I don't think you realize that.
No, I do. I mean, thing is, I have no one to report to.
I want you to notice something. I didn't say racially insensitive. I said culturally. I really think there's like a misunderstanding about you with these people.
What?
Right. So, you know, it's a problem. These are all problems. You know, for your children too. It's a problem because how are they supposed to
Function.
Yes. This is what I want to know. In the last week, have they had contact with you personally?
If they had contact with me?
Mm-hmm. They tried to contact your lawyer. I know that much.
Oh yeah, they haven't contacted me. You know, don't need.
They tried to call me
No.
They haven't tried to call you. That's what I'm trying to
Exactly.
on our part when it comes to school is that it's not a good place for your kids and that they need to be switched and that we want to switch them. They can finish out this year, Ronald, because this year is almost done.
Yeah.
Supposed to be is for the following school year to get them in and go. They need a chance in a different school district.
I concur.
You know, they need a new start. Forget about you. Forget about the mom. They need a new start.
Oh, I have nothing against anybody. I just the only thing is the way my child has been, my kids have been treated in that school, and the principal has been aware that they've been neglected, and there's days that they never been fed. There's been physical abuse. She never reported those things. So
these are the words of my attorney. How am I supposed to fight for my kids when the system is against me? Even my attorney, in her own words, agreed that not only the system has failed my kids, but the system thought I was dumb. The system thought I wouldn't understand. The system thought they can bamboozle me. How am I supposed to fight for my kids when my attorney does not want to go to court, then tried to coerce me into accepting a side deal? My attorney even said, these people have a misunderstanding about you. Sadly, this attorney talked a good talk, but never delivered. My attorney felt defeated going up against a powerful, abusive mother who had the system on her side, so she decided to join them. This is the same attorney who went into my account and took an extra $1,000 so she can do the work for my ex-wife. Being a black person in America, we already know the system is against us. Being a dad, it does not matter if you're black or white. But being a black dad going up against a white privileged woman is a different ball game. For me, I have a triple strike. I'm black, I'm from Haiti, and I'm fighting against a white privileged executive mother and a woman. The odds, no doubt, are not in my favor. I love where I'm from, and I will take my chances. What chance do I have as a man, as a dad, going up against a powerful executive woman who works for one of the most prestigious car company in the world? The same woman who told me because she's white, nobody is going to believe me because she works for this car company. I must say, every day since 2015 has been living proof that she was right. For 8 years, this mother not only has used the system to medically abuse my son, but also she has physically and emotionally abused all 3 of my children, all the while the system made excuses for her and still making excuses. CPS, in my opinion, is one of the worst organizations ever. Maybe it was created with good intentions, but has failed children miserably in this country. Please do not speak or engage with CPS social workers on your own. Make sure you have a lawyer present. I wish I knew that when I was dealing with them. Even though I had one at one point, he refused to be present at the CPS meeting, but that was part of the cover-up for my ex-wife. CPS associates, since 2017, have falsified statements made by my children and fabricated stories about me to favor my ex-wife whenever they were called to investigate her. CPS in their report have projected everything that the mother or her family were doing to the kids onto me. The mother also dictated to CPS and health officials what to write on their report. CPS have refused to remove the children even after the mother was charged with a 4th-degree child abuse. You can hear the social worker say they don't remove children that are safe from their mom's house, as if being charged with a 4th degree was a new standard of child safety. There's a 4th-degree child abuse standard.
I'm aware of that. I'm aware of that case, and that's why the case is still open and we're still on the home.
Sorry, what did you say? Sorry, you got cut off.
I'm aware of that, and that's why
the case is still open and we're in the home to monitor the family.
And so what would you like to see happen in this case?
If there's a charge like that, why there's nothing being done?
Something that we're not doing.
I don't know. You guys are the experts there.
You are the only one involved with this family that seems to think that something is wrong.
I'm the only one with this family who thinks something is wrong?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, in that case, if you guys are not doing anything, then I'll do anything to protect my kids. And if I feel like my kids are not being safe, then I will voice my opinion.
Right. So that's what we're asking you. We're asking you, what do you think that needs to that?
So you don't think? Okay. So you don't think you? Okay. First of all, my daughter was dragged off the floor in October, right? Wait. My daughter was dragged off the floor. And the boyfriend took my kids the next day to make it seem like it was done at the park. Don't you think something is wrong there? Because when I asked Beth what happened, she told me my kids fell at the... No. She told me my kids...
Charged criminally for that, and the DHS is servicing her. What more do you think that needs to be done? How do you think that this has not been addressed appropriately?
Okay. I think we're not following. Complain at the school, they don't do nothing. Same thing. They're being bullied, they don't do anything. So it's all over the place. There's some kind of missteps that are going on. So if I need to reach the mayor or whatever, I will,
Yeah, but that's not what the DHS is here for. We just don't want to take kids out of households that are safe.
No, I'm just saying.
Another parent wants full custody. We don't do that.
Okay, that's the information, I needed to know. And they asked me to call. And that's what I did. So if I, did anything wrong, I apologize for that. But the abused were in the form of bruises, cold showers, scratches, slapping, neglect. Kids were left without food. Cuts and reports of the children being dragged on the floor were substantiated by CPS in April of 2018. The children were not removed then from her care. Social workers at nearby hospitals, other psychologists, and clinical places, school educators, have also refused to report any abusive behavior my kids have reported to them with their own words. Once, a psychologist in May of 2019 told me that I was wasting my time fighting this woman because she has far more resources than I do. This is the same psychologist who refused to report any abuse that my children reported. The same psychologist, when I first met him, wrote on a report that the mother may be bipolar. The same psychologist who started to change his tunes once he got in touch with the principal of my children's schools. Then came my ex-wife. CPS failed to investigate a police report in 2020 because they know it will incriminate the mother who had a 4th-degree child abuse. For years, the mother has used the school system and the health system to drug my son, a wrongful diagnosis and overprescription of unnecessary pills. My son for 5 years was never medically diagnosed or even seen by a psychiatrist or a psychologist. He was only 4 years old. This is going to be a different video to show the scheme that the principal at Hickory Wood Elementary School, health officials, and my ex-wife took part of. This is the reason why the school never reported to this day any abuse or neglect. They always said they had no concern to protect the abuser. The school principal of Hickory Wood Elementary School in Novi, Michigan, called my lawyer to lobby for my ex-wife, something I've never heard of. The school, in the past, have held information from me for months after my son was called the N-word and later being called malicious for reading a book by a white teacher. The school have also refused to give me any records that I asked them for. If this is not a conflict of interest, I don't know what is. No wonder it was so easy for them. Now, imagine for a second being a black father in Michigan, being charged with a 4th-degree child abuse and still abusing his children while the charge is pending. Abuse in form of bruises, slapping, emotional abuse, medical abuse, neglect, where your child ended up in the hospital because of the abuser. December of 2019. Now, imagine this immigrant black man in Novi, Michigan, got his charge removed because CPS and the school system sent letters on his behalf. Obviously, this world does not exist for black men in this system in America. But this is exactly what the school and CPS did as a favor for my ex-wife so she can continue her abuse, according to my attorney. My story is no different than anyone else navigating the cartel that is family court. Mr. Greg Ellis, an actor from the Pirates of the Caribbean, could not have said it any better in the Respondent book, which is a book I advise everyone navigating this evil system to read. My story is very similar to his and everybody else's.
Because I acknowledge that there's white privilege, and that people will look at me and they will say, oh, I'll let her get away with it because she's white.